There's a fly on your desk as you're working, and it's bothering you. What do you do? Do you smash it and continue your work? Or do you encourage it into a cup and bring it outside? To exist as a physical being inherently implies you will eventually have friction with something, whether it's another human, an animal, or some natural occurrence of the weather. That's our defining feature as physical beings. Friction. What's even more special is what we can do as humans. Will. In a world dictated by cause and effect, we're beings that can at least perceive it, and with enough foresight, even bend it to our will. Something inanimate like a storm is just a pattern of things blindly crashing into other patterns. Unlike us, it can't pause, hesitate, or decide. A storm simply is. Likewise, a fly just happens to be. It can't observe cause and effect, not like us. It's a creature of instinct, an organic machine that nature created. It can't really think about its options and isn't really trying to bother you. But it is. That's friction in action, a sort of narrative friction. Friction is the language of the physical world. It's how patterns meet and test each other. And when something like a fly bothers you, without either of you realizing it, you're both engaged in an argument. Now the question is, what is the moral thing to do here? Fundamentally, you and the fly aren't so different. We're both animals, either created by the same God or by nature. So by what right do you have to judge a lowly fly? Your existence. Your existence itself is both your argument and what gives you the right to impose yourself on that lowly fly. Or at least that's what Saruman thinks. Saruman's wisdom states, your will is your birthright. Impose it or be erased by the wills of others. If a fly disturbs your work, you kill it, not out of malice, but as pure expression of your pattern. The desk is yours, the irritation is yours, and so the fly's story ends in service to yours. If the only thing that separates you from a fly is your worldview, why not protect your worldview? Firuz al-Ibadi would disagree. You and the fly are made out of the same fundamental material, consciousness. He would say, God's eyes are constantly watching. Why attack kin? Firuz believed that God equaled consciousness, and without God, you're nothing but a philosophical zombie, all material and no spirit. So to Firuz, everything is a living fragment of consciousness. When you stare into a fly's compound eyes, you're staring at a mirror version of yourself. Strip away the buzzing wings and the red eyes, the tiny body, and at the core is the same kind of observance you are. In Feruzian ethics, the moral thing to do would be to pause and acknowledge the shared spark between different creatures. Empathy. Without empathy for others, what justification do you have to protect yourself? So Firuz would take a cup, patiently guide the fly into it, and carry it outside to freedom. He'd return to his desk, seeing this as an act of worship. Both of these worldviews imply something sort of scary. As humans, we hold the power of life and death over things we perceive as worthless. A small, lowly creature can irritate us, and without hesitation, we can obliterate it. Scarily, there are no immediate repercussions, no obvious cosmic punishment or outward glory. Both worldviews share something. We and the fly aren't so different. What happens when we irritate something higher than us? What happens when we become the fly? What happens if somewhere in the folds of reality a greater pattern takes notice of our buzzing? Could we even justify our existence? Would this higher dimensional being care to slow its hand and see our shared consciousness? Or would it simply watch our tiny lives for a moment, decide we were in its way, and obliterate us?